a good address?
Yeah.
And you said it's a rental car?
It's a rental car.
Did you rent the car?
Yeah, me and my buddy rented the car. Yeah.
Well, which one of y'all rented it?
He's rented it.
Welcome back to Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. Today we got a good one, guys. Two cousins from California are cruising through Louisiana in a rental car. A minor traffic violation gets them pulled over by a state trooper in Webster Parish. But what starts as a simple stop turns into a full-blown drug trafficking case, complete with a suitcase full of weed, shaky travel plans, and one suspect who barely speaks English. The arrest? Clean. The search? Lawful. The outcome? Shocking to some. Today, we're breaking down how 50 pounds of weed didn't lead to prison, but probation. And we're going to explain every step of how that happened under Louisiana law. With that, let's jump in.
224.
20 eastbound on the 44 off ramp, Nevada 449, Whiskey 73, 449, W73, Nevada. Flight is on road.
Yeah.
How you doing? Is this your car?
It's the rental car.
Okay, my name's Trooper Wardell, State
Yes.
Police. Couple of things, okay? I just wanted to make sure you're aware of this. You have something hanging down on the bottom, like if you look down, you see the plastic? Yeah, it's flapping, it's popping up and down and hitting the road like something's broken under there. The only other thing, whenever you're behind cars, you got to give them enough space or you got to go around them, okay? Whenever you came by us back there, you kind of got up on the 18-wheeler. If he's going too slow, just pass him.
Okay.
Because if he has to slam on the brakes, you're not going to have time to stop at these speeds, okay? Do you know what happened to the car?
It's the rental car.
Did you hit anything recently?
Yeah, I hit one of the tire thing on the road.
Yeah. I got you. Do you have a license?
Yeah.
Thank you. You still on?
Yes.
It's a good address?
Yeah.
And you said it's a rental car?
It's a rental car.
Did you rent the car?
Yeah, me and my buddy rented the car. Yeah.
Well, which one of y'all rented it?
He's rented the
He
car.
rented it?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. If you would, just hang tight right there. I'm going to go grab his paperwork, okay? I'll be right back with you. Hey, do you have the paperwork for the car? Let me see. You rented it?
Yeah.
You have your ID with you? Thank you. You still live in San Francisco? You gotta speak up. You do live there? I'm sorry?
Yes.
You do? Okay. Where are you headed? Yeah? Okay. And do you have insurance? You bought it from them? Did they give you another piece of paper?
Foxtrot Oscar Sierra 600 FOS. Silver Chevrolet Trax.
You show where the insurance is?
They charged everything the insurance.
They charged it on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I appreciate it. I'll be back. Thank you. Alright, let's come over here so we don't get hit by a car. Let's hang out over here. Let me grab my book real quick, okay? I'll probably just write you a warning. You had any tickets recently?
No, I don't.
Let me see. Are y'all related?
Yeah, it's my little cousin.
Your cousin? I got you. Oh, you're older than you look.
Yeah.
I thought you were younger than me. You're older than me. A good bit.
Just like a lot.
Yeah. You from Cali originally?
Yeah.
You're up there?
Yeah, I've been living there for like 30-something years.
Oh, wow. Where y'all headed?
we heading to Birmingham.
What's going on over there?
I used to live there.
Oh, you used to live there? Before you lived in Cali? Gotcha. What are y'all doing out there?
So basically, my relatives have a restaurant over there. They're coming from China.
Are y'all moving down there?
No, just visiting.
I got you. How long y'all gonna visit for?
A couple of days. We're gonna go to Vegas.
Go to Vegas? Nice. Gonna go gamble?
Yeah.
So how are y'all gonna get over to Vegas? Cause
So basically, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna visit the relative over there. We're all gonna go to Vegas.
are you gonna drive to Vegas?
No, we're not gonna go to Vegas because like we have an older grand auntie. Yeah, so she don't really speak English. So basically, she rich over there. She rich in China.
I got you.
Yeah. So basically, we just go over there and then, try to.
Well, I guess while I'm confused is the car's due today to be dropped off in Birmingham.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna get to Vegas if you don't have a car?
No, basically, we drop it off, return the car over there, and then we have other relatives over there.
So are you gonna fly to Vegas? Or are you gonna rent a car?
We're gonna stay in Birmingham over the weekend, and then we're gonna go to Vegas with all the other relatives.
I got you. Y'all are just gonna take one of their cars? Fly to Vegas? Okay, I got you.
With the relatives.
Good deal. Well, man, if you'll just wait right here, I'm gonna run your license, make sure it's valid. Okay? I'll be right back with you.
Check 26, check for CH. It's out of California. First name is Vin, V-I-N-H. Last name is Locke, L-O-C. That's Vin Locke, Asian male.
Ben,
Yes.
you don't keep any weapons on you, do you?
No weapons.
You mind if I pat your pockets? Tell me a little bit about the case you got going with the DEA. What's going on with that?
I have no case with the DA. You're talking about like that 15 years ago?
I don't know when it was.
I just have a pill. I just took a pill.
That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
I got you. So, listen, part of what I do out here is I look for people that are doing things on the interstate they're not supposed to. You know, smuggling drugs, people, guns, currency, stuff like that, okay? Do you have any guns in the vehicle? Do you have any large amounts of U.S. currency, greater than like $10,000? Okay. Do you have any cocaine?
No cocaine.
Any heroin?
No.
Methamphetamine?
No.
Any marijuana? Would you give me consent to search your vehicle? I'm going to ask him because it's his car, but I'm just asking you too because you're the driver.
Yeah, we're just waiting for his phone.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to him, but you would be okay if he says yes?
I mean, yeah, everything is fine with me.
Okay. And what kind of luggage is in the vehicle?
This
Okay. And there's bags in the back?
yeah.
They belong to y'all? All right, I'm going to have you stand over here with my partner, okay? Can you stand with him? I got one more. Will you step out here with me? Come over here. So listen, you speak good English?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. What are you going to Alabama for?
Visit our friends.
Your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how long are you staying?
I believe it's up to my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to go together.
Okay. Are y'all just staying for a few days?
Yeah.
And then when are you coming back home?
I believe we just we take a plane.
You gonna take a plane home? You going straight back to California?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything illegal in your vehicle? No, any guns? Like guns?
No.
Any money? Mucho dinero? Like okay. Any marijuana? Cocaine? Heroin? No drugs? Can I search the car?
Yeah.
You sure? You're good? You understand what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
Can I search inside the car for anything illegal?
24.
He said to ask you.
Got one.
Alchemy.
Yeah, because it's you rented it.
Yeah.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what you think I'm saying.
I think, could you let my friend translate?
Yeah, come over here. Will you make sure he's very clear, because he doesn't speak good English, make sure he understands what I'm asking him. I'm asking him to search the vehicle for anything illegal in the vehicle. Make sure he understands that. Because he said yes, but I want to make sure he understands what I'm asking. Does he understand?
You don't understand.
Okay, so it's a yes or no.
Basically, he don't understand. So he's like, is it the requirement they have to be searched? That's what he.
No, it's consensual. So I'm asking his permission.
So basically, he said that it's better not. That's what he said.
That's fine. So I'm gonna have y'all stand with my partner. I'm gonna run my dog and just make sure. Okay? So just stand over here. Here you go. Sit. Here you go. Hey. Off. Live. All right, so look, I'm gonna give y'all one chance, okay?
Yes.
If there's any, is there any marijuana in the car? Just be honest now. If you got a little marijuana, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But just be honest now so we can deal with it.
I mean,
Like, how much you got? Okay, if that's all you got, you're not gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
But if you're lying and there's a bunch, you're gonna go to jail. So you can either tell me now or we can do the whole dance.
I mean, just.
Okay, wait here. Hook 'em up. Turn around. Put your hands together like you're praying. Like this. Can the guy you're cuffing advise him of his Miranda rights, obviously in English, and tell him to explain it to him in English, okay? G24, G30, 1015 times 2, 966. I'll go ahead and tell you while we're standing here. Listen, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you couldn't afford one be provided for you. You have the right not to answer any questions, and you can stop answering questions at any time. Do you understand that? Yeah. Okay. Will you just give him a synopsis of that, make sure he understands that?
Can you say that one more time so I can explain to you?
Okay, I'll say it and then you say it, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. He has the right to have an attorney before doing any questioning.
You say he used a phone call his family.
We'll get all that. Yeah. Y'all, we're not going to treat y'all poorly, okay? This happens all the time, okay? So what's going to happen is I'm going to see how much you got. I'm guessing what, probably 50 pounds, 40 pounds? It's not the most ever, but it's probably 2 suitcases full.
Yeah, we just drive.
I get it. This happens a lot. So we're going to take you back to our office. We'll count all this up. We'll have the investigators come in. They'll ask you questions about it. If we get done with that, we'll take you and go book you in the local jail. But you'll get to call people and all that, okay?
Anything in your pockets?
It's just like a chapstick and an earphone. That's my ID and card.
Okay.
This way.
To the desk. Wait from this. Car, please.
They locked it, but not enough for me to get my hand in there. You know what he told me? What? I said, how much is it, 40, 50 pounds? He goes, bro, we just drive. That one's probably gonna be locked too. Did you see his DEA case? Nope. He has an MDMA DEA case.
You might have something other than weed.
I'll probably, let me cut it open, it's gonna be locked.
It's not.
What's left already? Dryer sheet. Read it 100 times.
I bet it's 50, maybe 40.
I do CrossFit.
I'm gonna go mute
You
since.
probably got 50 total.
Yeah.
The troopers will find 2 50-pound bags of marijuana, and both men will be booked into the Bayou Dorset Correctional Center for possession with the intent to distribute a Schedule 1. Shin-Wan Yu charges was dismissed, while Van Locke pled guilty and he was sentenced to 10 years at hard labor, all suspended, and placed on 3 years probation. He also has to pay a $9,235 fine.
Let's break down the laws at the center of this Webster Parish arrest, using Louisiana's unique legal language. All right, first we have possession with intent to distribute a Schedule 1 controlled dangerous substance. This is found at the Louisiana Revised Statute Section 40:966. This law makes it a felony to knowingly possess marijuana, a Schedule 1 drug, with the intent to distribute it. All right, to prove this, the state must show the person knowingly possessed the drug was a Schedule 1, there was an intent to distribute based on weight, packaging, or statements. All right, the penalty, if the amount is more than 2.5 pounds, the sentence can range from 1 to 20 years at hard labor and up to $50,000 as a fine. In Louisiana, a sentence to hard labor means you're going to go to state prison, not a local parish jail. If a sentence says with or without hard labor, that determines whether the Department of Correction takes custody or the person remains in a parish facility. All right, the second law we're going to deal with is the consent to search. Fourth Amendment exceptions. All right, the officer can search without a warrant if they receive voluntary and informed consent. In this case, the trooper asked both men, acknowledging a language barrier. He requested translation help from the cousin that spoke English and clarified consent. When confusion remained, the officer used a canine sniff to legally reinforce his search authority. All right, number 3, Miranda warnings. This is a Fifth Amendment protection. Before the police can interrogate a person while in custody, the suspect must be informed of their rights. Here, the trooper advised the men of their Miranda rights. Importantly, he had the English-speaking cousin translate over to the other. This ensured that the warnings were clearly understood by both people, especially the person who didn't speak very much English. Next, let's deal with the evidentiary standards. Now, we deal with these daily because they are required for all types of action by the government or the police and the courts. These 6 levels are the gears that move every legal case forward, from a traffic stop to a felony conviction. Let's start at the lowest level, mere suspicion. This is a basic gut feeling. It's like a whisper in the back of your head, and it simply tells you that something's off. A good example is the trooper here saw a car following too closely to semi-trucks and noticed broken plastic under the vehicle. Now, there's nothing actionable yet. 2, reasonable suspicion. Now, this requires specific articulable facts suggesting that criminal activity may be occurring and the suspect is involved some sort of way. A good example is the driver and passenger gave inconsistent stories, vague plans, and they showed signs of nervousness. That gave the trooper lawful grounds to detain and question these 2 further. Moving up to our 3rd level, probable cause. Now, to meet this level of probable cause, it's going to be required that you have facts that would lead a reasonable person to believe a crime is being committed. A good example is the positive canine sniff. That gave probable cause for the police to first search the vehicle without a warrant. Number 4, preponderance of the evidence. This level means more likely than not, and it requires over 50% of the evidence in your favor to win this type of claim. We usually say it takes 51% of the evidence to win this type of claim. It's used mostly in civil cases. Now, it can also come up in the realm of a revocation hearing also. Now, a good example of this is if the defense challenged whether the search was consensual, meaning that the person actually consent to the search, the state would need to prove that they had consent and legal grounds existed. Number 5, clear and convincing evidence. Now, this level requires evidence that's highly probable that the claim is true. This requires about 75% of the evidence in your favor to win this type of case. This is mostly a case you'll see in custody battles and some administrative hearings. This is greater than the standard right before it, which is preponderance of the evidence. This standard requires about 75% of the evidence in your favor to win these sorts of actions. A good example is if the prosecutors had to prove that both men knew about the marijuana, they need this level of evidence in some pretrial motion or potentially in the sentencing phase. And finally, we have beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, this is the highest standard used in criminal law in America. This means that there is no reasonable alternative besides the guilt of the defendant. A good example of this is the 2 suitcases, the 50 pounds of controlled substance, the vague stories. This case had it all, making a clean conviction if it has to go to trial. Now let's imagine you're on a jury in Webster Parish. You've been told about 2 cousins who drove a rental car across multiple states. They say they're just visiting family, maybe heading to Vegas, no reservations, no clear plans, and in the trunk, 2 suitcases packed with over 50 pounds of marijuana. Do you believe that they didn't know what was in those bags? Does the fact that one cousin rented the car and the other barely speaks English change your verdict? Would you vote guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? Or do you see enough uncertainty to create doubt? Let me know in the comments, guilty or not guilty. Before we move on, let's take a few seconds to talk about intuition and what we sometimes call that little gut feeling. From the start, the trooper's radar was going off, not from aggression, not from criminal history, but from inconsistencies. The officer heard the stories, he noticed the vague answers, and he saw things weren't just adding up. He didn't pounce, but he stopped, he listened, he asked, he verified, and when needed, he brought in a K-9 to support his instincts with legal confirmation. In law enforcement and a legal strategy alike, intuition is the spark. Training and process are the fire. If you've ever had a spark of intuition and your gut was telling you that something is off, something is wrong, what'd you do with that feeling? Did you follow it? Did you ignore it? So, what happened? The driver, Vin Locke, pled guilty to possession with the intent to distribute. But instead of heading to state prison at hard labor, the judge suspended his 10-year sentence. He'll serve 3 years of probation and pay a $9,235 fine. The other man, Shin-Won Yu, had his charges dismissed. This case reminds us that in Louisiana, terminology matters. Hard labor means state prison, not just any jail. Parish means county, and parish jail is not the same as DOC custody. But it also reminds us that the legal outcomes don't always match the weight of the evidence, or in this case, the weight of the marijuana. Deals are struck, sentences can be suspended, and sometimes even 50 pounds of weed doesn't mean time behind bars. If this breakdown helped you learn something, go ahead, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Tell me below, should Vin have gotten prison time, or is probation good enough? Remember, this is Advocacy Alchemy, and I am Professor Ross. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe out there, and have a great day.
Please subscribe to Advocacy Alchemy for more lectures from Professor Ross.